Hello and welcome along and welcome back to This Is Ireland. Today is the last day of spring and yeah, it's looking to be a sunny one. Well, it's looking to be a little bit cloudy, but we're okay otherwise. We've got quite a bit to do today to finish off the springtime. So we're going to go and have a look at the state of our farm first. And start off with the sheep. So the sheep, they're going to need cleaning today. They're at 26%. So we need to go and do that. On our fields wise, we currently have, so we have 3 fields planted. 33, 34 and 41 are all planted. Then we have grass in 31 and 32. And of course 23 up there, which is the one we've just done all the silage on. If we take a look at the state of our crops, all of them have germinated, which is good news. We've got a few patches in 33 and 34 that have failed to germinate, but they're good otherwise. Field 41 has got a failed, actually a bit that's failed overnight. So there is that, unfortunately. But otherwise, our fields are in pretty good state, so I'm happy with that. Now, the state of our fields is completely different. 31, 41, 33 and 34 all need fertilizer. We've got this strange areas in the middle of our fields here, where the fertilizer hasn't taken. Now, these were all planted using the seeder, so I don't quite know why we've got no... Well, we've got these patches in the middle. But we're going to go and spray these fields. 34 will only need the middle of it spraying. 41 will be good in that it needs... 41 and 33 will need spraying completely. And 31 needs spraying too. So we're going to go and do some spraying as well. We're going to go and look at the horses. More specifically, I want to look a little bit more into the horse helper mod today. I'm not sure we're making any money from it, but I'm finding it hard to tell. So let's jump in our landy and head over to our yard, where we can go and pick up our telehandler, and we can go and get the sheep sorted first thing. Into the yard, and we're going to park our landy over here. And the reason why we've come to this side of the yard today is because I've also had a bit of a move around. So we've got this nice big barn here that actually holds all of our equipment really nicely. I quite like that. I love being able to see all of our equipment like this. This very much reminds me of my dad's farm, of storing all of the equipment in here like this. So we're heading for the telehand, which is right at the back. So we'll jump in that. And we're going to take this down to the sheep field. There we go. We'll take this down to the sheep field, and we'll go and clean the sheep up before we get on with our other jobs today. And yeah, I'm really pleased with that. It's a rearrangement. The yard looks a lot cleaner and seems to fit together a lot more. I like that we can close that barn up as well. So that works well. Let's head into our sheep field here. I'll get the gate open. We want to close the gate behind us. And I want to make sure at the end of the day that I come in here and I give them another thing of hay. It's a little bit iffy at this time of year. They will eat the grass, and you can see there's a patch of grass in the middle of the field that is smaller than the rest. So that's the grass that they're eating. But we just want to get this sort of cleaned up. And into there. Like that. We need to lift that up a bit. I think we're catching the edge of the feeding trough. Sometimes it's a little bit picky as to what you hit. There we go. Let's get this tipped. And in. Absolutely perfect. And that is that done. We can now head back. And we're going to head back to the yard and pick up our sprayer. We'll take that and we'll get that filled up with some fertilizer. And I think we'll head down and we'll get 31 sprayed and work our way round clockwise. Counterclockwise from there. In our sprayer now, and we're lining up with our buy anything silo. So we'll just bring this in over the top of our trailer. And there we go. Liquid fertilizer in. Fill that up. And we'll head out. And we're going to do field 31 first. It should not take us very long, that. I don't think it's much more than one up and one down on this sprayer. It's a grass field, so it's a grass field that we're going to be... that hopefully we're going to be turning into hay in the not too distant future. And we've got a lot that we want to do with the grass at the moment. Summer is absolutely the time for making hay, and we've got that coming up with summer right around the corner. I mean, the very next video we're going to be into summer. Yeah, it's quite a lot to get done to prepare us for that. And part of it is getting the, I think it's either the second or the third spray on here. I think it's probably the second, yeah. We're nowhere near dark enough, I think, for a full 3 sprays on here. And this is the thing, Seasons does have this thing of doing, you do 3 sprays. You spray or you fertilize 3 times in Seasons, which of course is back to how it was in FS17. Let's turn the mini HUD off on Courseplay because we're not using that at the moment. And away we go. So grass nicely goes a deep dark green when we spray it here, which is perfect. Hopefully the grass will grow here quite nicely. It has grown a little bit weirdly. The edges here aren't the edges where we've planted it. So, and there's no germination failure or anything like that marked around the edge of the field. So I don't quite know why the edge of the field isn't fully done, and whether it could be that it's a germination failure, but it does seem a little bit odd. But we'll go through. We're going to go and get the headlands done here, and then once we got this field sprayed, we're going to go and head round and get field 41 done as well. So last section of this field, just heading down the centre. We've got a pretty good coverage on it. I'm pleased with this. This should get it going well. Put that on cruise control and have a look. That actually is final stage fertilization, so that's really good. That means this grass is absolutely ready to be growing in the next sort of couple of game days, which is good news. Well, we're going to head round to field 41 now and get that sprayed before we head round to field 34. Gate open. And out we go. Nice and easy. I'm not going to worry about closing that gate. We don't need to. Now, I don't think field 32 we can't spray because it is fully grown. So that's going to be a target for us for doing hay next time. This field here is our next one, which is field 41. So we're going to get that done. Folding out our booms. Can we avoid the trees, please? Yeah, we can. That's good. Lift it up out of the hedgerow. We can drop it down in a minute. Start it up, and away we go. Right out of the hedgerows, please. There we go. It's a bit of a difficult corner to get out of, this one. And then we can drop our boom down as we go into the field. So we'll get the headlands done on this. And then we're going to head over and, well, we'll get the rest of the field done on this. So we'll get the headlands done on this. And then we're going to head over and get field 34 done next. There we go. That is the headland just about done. Once we get this little bit done in the corner here, we should be able to swing round for that. There we go. So turn that off and head down the middle of the field here. Like so. And yeah, just this little bit in the middle of the field. Now we are going to have to come back at some point and do the middle of this field again. Because as you can see from here, Well, it's this whole patch here, this whole ridge in the middle is going to need to come and be sprayed. So yeah, there's a whole section in the middle of this field that for some reason the fertilizer hasn't taken quite as deeply. So yeah, if you know that, if anybody else has come across that, if anybody else has seen that with a seeder that does fertilizing as well, let us know in the comments, because I have never seen that before in Seasons. It's not happened anywhere else on any other Seasons map I've seen. So yeah, it's a really intriguing one, and I'm not quite sure how or why that's happened. And it's something that's caused a really odd thing here on field 34 as well, where we're not going to be spraying the whole field this time because we don't need to. Most of the field is actually fully done for two-stage fertilization. We just need to unfold our sprayer, and I think do from about this point here. In fact, not even this point. We need to go really deep into the field for this. It's an odd one, this one. A little bit further, and we only need to spray the field from about here-ish, I think. Yep, there we go. And yeah, look, there we go. It just suddenly needs spraying. So I don't know why that's the case, but we will get the parts of this field that need spraying, and then we'll head on to the big field of field 33. Right, I think we have covered just about all of the area in this field that needed this little extra bit of spray. It would certainly appear so. There's a little bit down the side there that needs doing. Just down the side of these trees here. Again, it's on the headland, this bit. So I'm not 100% sure why there is just this little section, this little part that is not fully done. But it is fully done now. We are complete on this field. So this field shouldn't need any further spraying of fertilizer before harvest. It will probably need some weeding. I've not got any weeds on it at the moment, but I am expecting some. This field 33, does have weeds on it. So this field will need to be sprayed. First, though, we need to get it sprayed with fertilizer, as you can see. This field does need at least one more stage of fertilization, if not two in a couple of parts. And I now see there's an area up there where we've got some dead crop, where it hasn't quite survived the overnight temperature by the looks of things. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. We got a patch in here. And yeah, this field is a little bit patchy. I think we planted it too early is the trouble. So hopefully we're going to be okay. We're not doing too badly. It is a little patchy in places. But that is Seasons. That is the wonders of this version of Seasons. You don't lose entire crops, but you do end up with some patches in your field that just fail to grow. And I love that. I really do love that. Coming up to the end of doing the headland now, and that's gone pretty well. So you can see the patches where the crop has failed to germinate, and our aforementioned patch over there where it has then died off. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to line up with the field here. We're going to start that, and hopefully set ourselves a GPS course. I do need to update GPS. My copy of GPS is now woefully out of date. There's apparently several improvements that WOPS has made. So I want to sort that out. Now let's get our width correct, so that when we make the turn now, we're keeping well away from the edge. We are immediately on the right course, and hopefully I've kept things straight enough on that first path that things should run smoothly. And we won't be left with any gaps. Yeah, we look to be doing okay. So that's good news. We are nicely on a good GPS course now. So that should make doing the rest of this field an absolute doddle. Quite like doing things like spraying in cab when I got GPS. It's a really nice place to be, especially as great as these models are. Because this, of course, is from the Horse DLC, this sprayer, and it's really lovely. The conversion from FS17 to FS19 has been done really, really well. And yeah, it looks spectacularly good in FS19, this sprayer. I really love it. It's one of the nicer ones, and it's a rear mounted sprayer as well. I'm a much more a fan of rear mounted sprayers than the funny looking front mounted ones that seem to be the sort of initial staples of the game. So I was really pleased to see this horse sprayer come in, and there are now 3 or 4 nice sprayers like this. Rear mounted ones in the game, which is good, because I saw that Giants released their Amazon one as well, which is great. We've not got it on here. I did go for this horse one because it's just, as I said, I really quite like this. But yeah, it's good to see several of these types of sprayer in the game now. I think this is our last little strip we're coming up to now. Yeah, there's not a lot to do here. So I'll line this up. We're going to pop out a cab. Because it's not a long strip. Not a long strip by any stretch. I'm really quite pleased with that. That's good. Great demand for wood chips at the moment. Unfortunately, we have no wood chips. So it's not much use to us. I think I might save this course. Save this GPS. This is one of the nice things about this new GPS. So while we're just finishing off here, let me show you this. So if we go into the GPS screen, in here, we can save track. So we can save this track. We've actually saved it as track name. So remove that. Call this F33. Spraying. And save track. There we go. And it's as easy as that. And then we want to actually stop our sprayer here, because that has reached the end of the field. But yeah, so now we can clear GPS tracks and come back, and we can do that spraying track here again, which, as I said, actually a really great track for this. So if you want to save GPS tracks, there you go. That's how you do it. We're going to hide the lines. Perfect. And get this back to our farm, because we need to move on to our next job. So I'm going to park the sprayer up in this shed over here. Like so. There we go. And yeah, and there we are. Actually, looking at this really could do with a wash. I think that will be the next thing we can do. Let's go take this, get this washed. And then we can head over to another job. But it's not good to leave this dirty after this job. So we'll get this washed down, like so. So head out here, grab our thing, and give this a good wash down. Make this all shiny again, as it needs to be, really. Because we're not going to be using this. Well, we might use this next game day. We have got some more fertilizer spreading to do at some point. We also need to do some. We need to do some herbicide. We definitely need to spray some herbicide. So there's that to be done as well. So let's go park this back up in that far shed. And what we can do then is we're gonna head over to our Land Rover and go and take a look at our horses. I think. I want to investigate the horse helper mod a little bit more, because yeah, I'm not sure it's working as it should. So let's go and have a look at that. Jump in the Landy here, and head out to our paddocks and go and check on those. Here we are down at the stables. Let's go round here actually and park near our horse paddock. I think is our best bet. There we go. And we'll go and have a look at our horses. So if we pull up this screen here, we can see what type of horses we've got. We've got Jørgen, who is, which is a... I'm not sure. It's not telling me the types that my horses are. I know that the stallion is, yeah, Black Arabian. So our Jeremy horse is a Black Arabian. Jørgen there, that is a Tennessee walking horse. Yeah, that's a Tennessee walking horse. That is a thoroughbred. Is that a thoroughbred? No. That's a Morgan. There we go. A Morgan. We've got a we've got a Black Arabian. We've got a paint as well. We have, that is a Tennessee walking horse, and then finally we've got a quarter horse. So those are the ones we've got. As far as prices and money they bring in, each one of our horses we can show in here. Oh, bring it down. Does not want to go down. Oh, bring it down. There we go. So 308, 227, 402, 250, 301, and 273. Now, the issue I have, and the reason why I don't think we're making that much money off our horses, is the horse helper costs £300 a day. So we make £8 on that horse. We make minus 73 on that horse. We make 102 on that horse. We make minus 50 on that horse. We make 1 on that horse. And we make minus 27 on that one. So I don't think it's working properly. I mean, our horses are properly, are all well cared for and are all doing well. But, yeah, I don't think we make any money. So I'm going to actually disable the horse helper mod, I think, going forwards. And what we'll do is we'll try riding them ourselves. See if we can make some extra money. So we know we make 1,700 a day at the moment. But we also, I don't know if we actually get charged. So I'm going to keep an eye out overnight and see where we go from there. Now, what we do need, and what you probably saw on that screen was, we don't have oats and we don't have straw for them at the moment. Oats we have coming. They are what we have in this field here. Here on field 41. We're growing oats for the horses there. What I need to do, though, is we need to head back to the farm. I'm going to go and get the 6810, and we're going to bring the straw blower back. Because we need to get some straw into our horses as well. Now, on my way through here, I have noticed that we're getting a little bit full on our wool. So what I'm going to do quickly, as we've got the forks on the back of this, is I'm going to lower the forks down, and we're just going to pick up the 2 full pallets on this side and move them over to the other side, just so that we are able to there we go, just so that we're able to get those done and out the way, because overnight we may end up filling up this other pallet, and I want to make sure that when we get a great demand at the spinnery for the wool, we can do. I think actually, if we have a look, and we'll put this down and we'll have a look at the price of the of wool, because I think wool must be, I think late spring is normally when you get a really good price for the wool. Come on, off you come. There we go. Right, lift this up. We'll just push that into position there. And then we'll go and get the other one. And then we've just made enough space here to make sure that we're at no point are we having this issue where we run out of space for wool, which would be bad, which would be very bad. Right, lift that up like so. And we don't need it, as I said, we don't need it overly deep on these forks. We just want to get it out of the way, although it does tend to shift onto them. You can bounce them off in actual fact. There we go. That should come off. There we go. So tilt that back, push that back, and then we can just leave this here. And before we head down and go and pick up our straw shredder, let's just quickly check the prices of the wool, because I think it's pretty good at the moment. So wool price at the moment is at 1,367. Looking at season screen for wool prices, 1,000. Wow, that's actually high for wool at the moment. But the next day, the first day of summer, seems to be the best time to sell wool. So I think that's what we're going to be looking at doing next time. Yeah, let's head down to the horses. Let's get our bale shredder and get that back up here, I think. Heading back up to the farm now with the 6810 and the Kuhn Primor 15070M or 15070M. This still looks ridiculous on this tractor. It works. This tractor has more than enough horsepower to shred bales with this, but it does look a little bit crazy on the back of here. And we are going to move this eventually up to the cows when we get them sorted. So I'm looking to do that fairly quickly. Let's turn that off. Oh, and we've got a great demand at the spinnery. What is that? Oh, wow. That is the wool. So the wool has leaped up £500 in value, which is amazing. That's really, really great. Hopefully that will last till the next game day when we know the price of wool is going up again. So that is definitely what we're going to be doing to begin with next time. Now we're going to be selling our wool at the spinnery, seeing how much money we can make. I think we might have to pick up a set of forks for this. We've got no way of loading it on our trailer at the moment, so that I think will be our first job next time. Will be to go and get a set of pallet forks for this. Right, we need to reverse this up to here because we can't get at any of our straw yet. So we'll hook this up. Hopefully this will hook to this. Let's see. Yes, it does. I don't think it hooks. No. So the PTO won't hook because, of course, this has no PTO. But it is good we can move this with this. And this is one of the reasons I like manual attach. Is because it's a little bit more on the realistic side. There is no way. Oh, no, we can actually use this. I was about to say, there's no way we can use this piece of kit because we don't have PTO on it. But actually, yes, we can. So, that's a pity. I was hoping that the fact that you can't connect up the PTO means that you couldn't use this. You can't connect up the you can't connect up the hydraulic hoses either. So, yeah, that shouldn't be functioning, that piece of kit on the back of here. But anyway, that is besides the point. We're not planning to use that on this anyway. Let's get this with a pair of bales on it, like so, and we can drop these into our bale shredder. Yeah, I think we're going to move all of this straw up to the cow yard. We'll get this all up there along with this bale shredder and use it for the cows eventually. And then what we'll do is we'll do round bales this year so that we can use those with the horses. We don't need a massive amount, but we're doing oats for the horses, so we might as well use the oat straw for them as well. Right, so there we go. That's that done. Let's head over to our 6810 here and get this done and go and get these shredded. Actually, while we're up here, before we head back down with this, what is the state of our sheep? Our sheep have 2,068. I'm wary of leaving our sheep without enough food overnight. We're under half. They do seem to be eating stuff from the field, but we'll see if they. We'll go and see if we can top them up with an extra bale. They may like that. There may be. I'm really not quite sure how the grass stuff works, but we'll see if they get topped up. But I think we might have to put some hay in. So we'll pop back in here and have a quick look. Wait, slow that down. And then we can go and finish up at the horses. There we go. Now, do they need? Yeah, they do need some. So we'll go and get some hay. And these bales over here, actually, those seem to be valid straw bales. So we need to get them moved, because at the moment they're not sitting in a shed or anything. I wonder if we've sold a shed, actually, that those were sitting in before. I don't see any groundwork under them or anything like that. But it's very possible. So we'll go and give this to our sheep. Again, our sheep seem to be nice and full. But they aren't, so that's okay. So we'll put this into our sheep feed. Will they take this? They haven't taken this, interestingly, and are now marked as full. So, yeah, we'll leave that hay bale there. They will take that eventually if they want it. But at the moment, they seem to be full and happy, so that's good. So now all we need to do is get our bale shredder down to our horses and give the horses some straw. Back down at the stables now with the 6810, and we'll just take it round the back. We'll have to loop around the paddock to get it in the right place, because it's on the far side of here. Oh, I think we caught a wheel. This is the other reason why I want to change the bale shredder here. It's quite big and bulky to get around this fairly small area. But there we go. That is that done. Let's unload this. And yeah, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And that is the last job that we need to get done for today. That is brilliant. So we've got a huge amount done today. We're gonna go and get. We're gonna go and sell the wool next time. Hopefully that great demand will still be there. Even if it isn't, it's the best day to be selling. So hopefully we'll make a lot of money. I'm gonna keep an eye on the horse helper. Next time we'll have it disabled. We'll see what a difference that makes. But for now, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.